This is why people stopped talking to y'all while you were excommunicated from your family and friends, because we knew this was gonna happen. Donald Trump.
Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Trust y'all are doing good and having a good time. Thank you for stopping by when you saw this video. So, in today's video,
So Donald Trump just revoked the 1965 Equal Employment Opportunity Act, which prevented employers from discriminating when they are hiring. So because Donald Trump just revoked this act, this means employers can now, quote, openly refuse to hire individuals based on race, gender, religion, nationality, or sex, effectively reversing decades of progress that has been made towards workplace equality. Not only could this affect the hiring process, but we could also see bigger pay gaps between races, minorities, genders, and nationalities. Without the protections from this act, employers could now effectively pay non-white, non-male employees less. So there you have it. It is day 3 of Trump's presidency, and he just repealed an act that has been in place for nearly 60 years in America in what could be his most cruel act yet. Insane.
So what I learned today is a lot of y'all you don't care about your history. You don't care about the people that made sacrifices for you to be able to be where you are today, to be able to do the things that you're able to do, to be able to have the opportunities that you're able to have. You don't care about it. I just got off the phone with my mom, who just got off the phone with her mom, my grandmother, who she had to console because she was boo-hoo crying. And my mom didn't realize why. My grandmother was crying because she had saw the news that the orange man in charge had just put an executive order to repeal the Equal Opportunity Employment Act of the Civil Rights Act of 1965. Now, understand, before that, was in, before that executive order was placed, that stood for over 50 years. An employer could literally tell you to your face, well, I'm sorry, I don't hire black people. I don't hire women. And no consequences. They could literally be just that discriminatory towards people. And the reason that it upset my grandmother so much is because she remembers my great grandmother and great grandfather, her parents, the sacrifices, the marching, the hard working, the speaking out and trying to help change, trying to help get these opportunities for us, and the sacrifices these people made to their own families, not being around their families sometimes because they were fighting for the good of us as a people, as a whole. And all this time later to see what you might think is trivial, what you might think is small, to see something that they worked, sacrificed, clawed, and scratched for be taken away by the stroke of a pen. And all because a few of us, not saying a lot of us, a few of us, because it was 92% and 80%. But every one of us counts. And a few of us decided a little bit of money was more important than preserving our history, than preserving the things that we fought for, to be able to have opportunities in this place. It's just sad, man. It's sad that, you know, the further we get away from those times, the further our elders pass away and leave this world, and we aren't taught the things we need to be taught, and the knowledge isn't passed on to us. The further we get from that, the more and more easily it's going to be for us for things to roll back and go back in that direction. And I mean, it's unfortunate, but hey, man, just gotta keep grinding, keep fighting a good fight, and you know, look for better days, work towards better days. But man, just hearing my mom and knowing that hurt my grandmother like that it's crazy, man. Yeah, we gotta do better. As a whole, we gotta do better.
has revoked the Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1965. Make America Great Again always meant a return to open racism, sexism, and other forms of bigotry. You were either too stupid to know that, or this is what you wanted all along. In either case, you're trash. The order prohibited discrimination in hiring and employment based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. His voters wanted this all along because they were told many times that this would happen. That's why they're all grouped together and we have a zero tolerance policy for them. They knew they were wrong about it because they were crashing out, but we stand by what we said. We don't want you here. You can't hang out with us. The presidential message says that industries and institutions have adopted and actively used dangerous, demeaning, and immoral race and sex-based preferences under the guise of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion. So-called diversity, equity, and inclusion, because everything was so fair prior to 1965. I know his voters are dumb and he's trying to rewrite history, but they can't be that dumb. He calls it ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity, back before black people had rights. It's not a meritocracy when black people can't vote and they're not allowed to hold certain positions. Restoring merit-based opportunity means restoring white supremacy. I'm just going to say it now because TikTok's suppressing me anyway. You know who benefited from the Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1965? Katherine Johnson, a black woman and mathematician at NASA who wasn't allowed in the same meeting rooms as white men and couldn't put her name on her research papers. Is this the kind of merit-based opportunity he's talking about? To my friends wanting to know what to do next, be disruptive and vocal because every battle counts. We're the ones who have the power, not them.
We knew. We knew it was going to get bad. We knew it. We knew what was coming. But why does it stings so bad? It hurts. Like, my heart dropped. Trump really did revoke the 1965 Civil Rights Act, which protected equal employment opportunities, where employers can now openly discriminate against your race, your color, your religion, your origin. Really? We screamed, we shouted, we spread word who the right person was to vote for. And you motherfuckers voted for a fascist criminal. Racist, fascist, racist, sexist. You voted for this. Women, if an employer doesn't want a woman at the job, guess what? They can now openly say, I'm not going to hire you because you're a woman, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Oh, you're pregnant? Too bad, so sad. Oh, you're not. You're not a man, you're not white, you're not Christian. I'm not going to hire you. Go somewhere else. That's what we're voting for? The amount of fight and push, like, the things people fought for, the things the black people fought for, just trampled on. We knew it was going to be bad. We knew it was coming. We knew what to expect, but it's still, this one hurts. This one stings. Project 2025, guys. This is, I'm eyeing my passport and I'm eyeing my luggage, my bags. I'm looking at them and I'm thinking real hard.
So I'm a history teacher in Australia, and I teach about the civil rights movement in America because it's part of the curriculum here in Australia across in Year 10. And I also teach about Aboriginal rights and freedoms as well, and we link them together. What I didn't expect is when I'm teaching about the Civil Rights Act of 1965, for then in one sentence to say, this is a really cool thing that happened in the United States for civil rights. And then in the next breath go, but actually, it's just been revoked by the new president. So, what?
Trump has revoked Executive Order 11246. This is the Equal Opportunity Employment Executive Order that Lyndon B. Johnson signed in 1965. This prohibits federal contractors from discriminating against employees. Now, this is different than the EEOC Act that was signed in 1972. So for now, this just affects federal employees that are contractors or subcontractors. He has asked the Attorney General of the United States to submit a report within 120 days, making recommendations on how they can curtail EEOC in the private sector. It will take an act of Congress for him to reverse the EEOC, but we'll see what he tries to do, what's challenged in court, and what he can get away with. So keep in touch, and I will let you know if there's any more updates on this particular matter. But so far, it's just affecting federal contractors.
Hi guys. So FAFO. I mean, today is just what? Day 3? And we are already finding out. I mean, first it was withdrawing the United States from WHO, then it was the Paris Climate Agreement brouhaha, then this Equal Opportunity Employment Act. Well, I guess it's just the finding out season. I have so many things to say, but I'll try to keep this video short and straight to the point. I mean, y'all thought you voted to make grocery prices cheaper, right? Oh, better still, gas prices are gonna go down. And now you are surprised when you are finding out that it's not gonna be the case for a very long time. You are finding out that you can just walk up to a place, seek employment, and you'll be rejected. Maybe because of your race or your color, or maybe your religion, or even sexual orientation. I mean, that's some crazy thing to find out. And like I said in my previous video, it seems every day just comes with a new thing. It's like we just sleep and wake up and there's a new gist on the table to find out. It's gonna be a longer idea. And it's just so sad, like I always say, that those that did not FA will FO. Because tell me why even those that are working in their place of work are not even safe. Because tell me why I as a person would be working in an organization and I'm not even safe. Because my employer can just come and say, oh yeah, I don't like your face anymore, get rid of me. And I can't even say nothing because I don't have nobody to defend me. I don't have anybody to fight for me. Because the law, this rights, so to say, have been revoked. Because it's just so, I mean, I try to make sense of it. I'm like, this thing has been in play for over 50 years. So, I mean, and people have been going with it. I mean, it's part of us. We see it because when you're not feeling safe in your place of work, when you don't feel safe somewhere where you earn your living, I mean, it's not even possible. It's not even, guys, I'm just trying to make sense of this whole thing. And the more I think about it, the more I watch more videos, the more I try to make sense of it and think and think and think. It's just not adding up. It's not adding up because I just foresee a lot of suffering for the masses. At the end of the day, the masses are the receiving end. And it's just so sad. It's so sad, y'all. At this point, I just need to hear from you guys. What do you think? I mean, it's not even a week that the inauguration took place, and it's gonna be a long ride. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And this conversation just has to continue in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your views are. What do you think? What do you think? Just yesterday I made a video and I'm like, what are your expectations for this year? What do you think is going to happen in 2025? Because y'all, I foresee a lot of drama. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so I can keep giving you more teas. And above all, please stay safe. And I'll see you in my next video. Ciao.